The prince, fully aware of his peanut allergy, still drank the peanut the girl had personally made early that morning. The steward at his side remarked, "Even if this is Miss Shin's first time cooking, you shouldn't harm yourself like this." Only then did the girl realize she hadn't understood why the prince hadn't said anything. It turned out he mistakenly believed she had made him breakfast in the morning as a ploy to escape while he was incapacitated. The girl never imagined that a man of such power could be so vulnerable in front of her. Heart-aching, she threw herself into his arms. If only she had realized sooner in her past life. In that previous life, a scoundrel and her wicked father, in order to seize her mother's heirlooms, had conspired with a concubine to harm her. The scoundrel's 3 years of affection toward her had all been a deceitful act. As a spirit, the girl watched it all, desperate to fight back but utterly powerless, unable to harm them in the slightest. Just then, the prince who had kept her by his side for 3 years appeared. She thought he wouldn't even let her be in death, but instead, he produced a list of all the members of the Shin family and ordered every person on it executed. Then he walked to her side, gently caressed her face, and whispered of how much he had missed her. The girl realized he was avenging her, but it was too late. In the end, heartbroken and hopeless, he joined her in death. Filled with regret, the girl lamented that she shouldn't have believed the words of others. If there were a next life, she would stay with him until their hair turned white. Heaven took pity. When the girl opened her eyes again, she had returned to 1 year earlier, the day she had proposed to that scoundrel. People around her watched as she brought her dowry to ask for his hand, mocking her for her lowliness. The scoundrel in front of her even said he would reluctantly give her a chance. The girl slapped him without hesitation, then tore the banknotes to shreds, declaring she would rather feed them to dogs than give them to him. As she turned to leave, she recalled that in her past life, she had sneaked out of the prince's manor without his knowledge at this exact time, and if the timing remained unchanged, she would run into him now. At that very moment, the prince appeared. Seeing the man who had loved her so deeply in her past life, the girl felt only the joy of reunion. Without a second thought, she rushed toward him and embraced him tightly.